Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing good today. So in today's video, I am actually going to talk about some really affordable finds and that are underrated makeup products. So these products aren't talked about by a lot of people, but they are so good. The quality of these products are really good, and not only that, all of these products are under the price of rupees 300. So these are all going to be super affordable. So if you are new to my channel or if you are seeing me for the first time, thank you so much for hanging out with me. You can click the subscribe button and help support me, and also not only that, we can hang out each week twice or thrice whenever I upload a video. And also you can hit on the notification bell, because that way you will get notified and YouTube is going to recommend you my videos more. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So the first product is this one. This is the Voste Hydrating Foundation. Now this foundation is, I would say, is exactly similar to the Nykaa Skin Genius foundation. That is also a hydrating foundation. And this foundation is so similar to that. This is what I have on my face today. And this is such a good dewy foundation. If you are someone who have dry skin, you are going to love this foundation. This is in the shade 02 and this retails for around 295 or 299, around that price, which is 300. But honestly, this is amazing. This is such a good foundation. It just looks so skin-like on the skin. It doesn't even look like you're wearing any foundation. The only thing I would say is the shade range is pathetic. I don't even want to go there. If you cannot find your particular shade in this foundation, I would say just get this foundation, mix this with your other foundation, and this is just going to make even your other foundation look very good. So that is what I normally do. Also, the 02 shade isn't like quite my skin tone, but since this has light to medium coverage, it doesn't look that bad. So for example, if you are getting a full coverage foundation and if that foundation is not your skin shade, then that's going to look really bad because it has full coverage. So it's not really going to, it's just something that to mask on. But this one has light to medium coverage, so it doesn't look that terrible on me. This is the foundation, as I said, I'm wearing today, and I really do like it a lot. I just think that this is exactly similar, as I said, to the Nykaa Skin Genius foundation, and both of them I feel like are created in the same lab. Why I feel like that is because both of these have the same consistency to it, even though they are different brands. I just feel like they are formulated in the same lab. And not only that, the fragrance of this, I wouldn't say this has a lot of fragrance, but you know, this has a scent to it. The scent of this and the scent of the Nykaa Skin Genius is exactly the same, and whenever I am putting on this on my skin, I just feel like I'm putting the Nykaa Skin Genius foundation. So if you can find your shade in this pathetic shade range, it's terrible shade range, definitely this is such a good option. So the next product I would recommend you guys is this one. This is the Insight Makeup 2X Cover Master Concealer. Now I don't like this to use this as the only concealer. This, I like to mix this with my other concealers. Alone, this doesn't give me that much of coverage. I like the formulation of this concealer a lot, not so much the coverage. The coverage is, I would say, very light. If you're someone who just has a little bit of, you know, darkness under your eyes or a little bit of discoloration, you can go in with this one, but this one is not going to cover up that much at all. It barely covers up anything, but the formulation is so good. So if you get this, you can mix this with your other, you know, concealers that are a little bit thicker, that, you know, that can feel a little drying, especially for example, the Makeup Revolution or those kind of concealers are really good, but sometimes during this season, during the, you know, winter season, they tend to look very dry. So what I would do is I would like mix a little bit of this around on my under eyes along with the Makeup Revolution one, and that just makes my concealer look so flawless, and it just makes the formulation of the Makeup you know, Revolution concealer also really good. So I specifically like this to mix this with my other concealers rather than using this alone, because alone this is not going to cover up anything. So yeah, I am in the shade, I think I was in the shade 03, I forgot. And this, yeah, I'm in the shade 03. The shade doesn't really matter that much because this has almost no coverage. So the formulation is what I'm drawn towards, and I just feel like if you are someone who just, if you have the problem of, dry under eyes or your concealer looking too heavy, you can just put this on. And this one retails for 150 rupees. Very, very affordable. So I'm going to talk about the base products first. So this is again a contour, product that I have been loving for almost a year now. So this is the Bae Stick Foundation. Now this stick foundation, I'm in the shade 07. So 07 is a contour foundation, and this is what I have used to bronze and contour my face with. So this foundation, again, I think it was around the price of rupees 100 or 99, I forgot, but it's so affordable. And honestly, I really love this foundation, mainly because it just blends into the skin so well. And the shade 07, which is this one, is so good, especially because it's not way too warm where it, you just look orange, your bronzer is going to look orange, nor it's too cool tone. It's right in between. It has the perfect, combination of cool tones and warm tones, and it just creates the perfect shade to bronze or contour your skin with. So also I feel like whenever you are using a cream product, you really want it to blend in with your foundation. So this one does that so well. It just blends really well with your foundation, and it just looks so good on top of your, sitting on top of your makeup. And that is why I really have been loving this a lot. And especially for the price, you can get a couple of shades, use them as a foundation, as a bronzer. So I really love this. The foundation shade isn't that good on me. It doesn't look that good on me, but the contour and the bronzer shade just looks so good. So the next product I have here is this one. This is a blush, and this is the Sfr Color Blush, and it is a matte blush. Now this is the blush that I am actually wearing on my face, So this blush, I feel like, really is amazing, because this shade right here, especially for the shade, I'm just mentioning this because of the shade. This shade is so beautiful, and I haven't found exactly a shade like this in any other blush. Whenever I want to go for a peach blush, that it always has a brown undertone to it, which honestly looks good, but this shade isn't formulated by a lot of brands. So this is a straight up peach blush. It doesn't have a brown undertone to it, and this looks so good on my skin tone. When I got this, I thought that this was going to suit more fair skin tone, but this blush is pigmented, and honestly it has the right amount of pigmentation. It's not way too pigmented where you cannot blend this out. So I really like this because of the shade. This shade is quite, it doesn't look that unique, but when you get this, when you see this in real, there isn't a lot of shade. Whenever you see this, you feel like, oh, I'm gonna have a peachy blush. Obviously I have a peachy blush in my collection, but when you go ahead and compare all your peachy blush with this blush, this doesn't look similar to any of my blushes. And I do have a lot of blush, by the way, but this shade doesn't look similar at all. By the way, I forgot to mention the shade. I'm in the shade 01. This color is not my cup of tea. I don't wear pink blushes that much, but if you are someone who loves a pink blush and who loves this shade, these blushes are really amazing. Although they are matte blushes, they aren't going to look too patchy on your skin. Sometimes matte blushes tend to do that, but they aren't way too powdery at all. They are not the creamiest matte blushes, I do have to say that, but the formulation is quite good, and I really do like the formulation. But the shade is what I love a lot, and that is why I would recommend you to go ahead and pick up this blush. Also, the price is very affordable. It's around the price of 150 or something like that. So for 150 you're getting two amazing blushes. Such a deal. So the next product I have here is actually a lip liner. I have been really loving this lip liner. This is the LA Colors Auto Lip Liner, and it's in the shade Cafe, I guess. Yeah, it's in the shade Cafe. Now this shade is very unique to my collection. I am not someone who loves a very how I would say, a very cool tone brown. I am all about warm tones, okay? I really love warm tones, and I don't think cool tones look good on me, especially personally. But this one has something, so, this looks so good because it's not too cool toned. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, but it doesn't have a lot of cool tone in it where your lips aren't going to look flattering. This is going to make your lips look really, really good. And also I like the formulation. It's not too too drying where you cannot put this as a lip liner. I really do like the formulation, but the main thing is the shade. The shade, I would say, is really, really good, especially if you like those 90s kind of makeup where there is an overlined lips with a brown lip liner. I just feel like this does it. This gives you that 90s kind of overlined lips, and I really do like the shade too because it's not way too cool toned. And honestly, having a shade like this in my makeup collection really helps me to go out and put on a cool tone brown lip liner and still look pretty good. So yeah, I really have been loving this a lot. I do not pair this with my cool tone lip liners though. That is going to make me look like a zombie. So I do not do that, but I like to pair this with my more warm toned lipsticks or more warm toned nude lipsticks. So that way the lip kind of balances, the lip combination balances out. So yeah, I really have been loving this lip liner, and I do want to check out all of their other shades too because they do have good shades. They have really good nude shades. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check out more of these shades in the future. So the next lipstick I have here is actually from Blue Heaven. This is the Blue Heaven non-transfer lipstick, and it's in the shade Dark Chocolate. Now this is the shade that I wear almost every single time you guys ask me what shade I have, and this is the shade I would be wearing. I really do like this shade a lot. This is as I said, Dark Chocolate. This is more like a brown that has a little bit of orange undertone to it. I wouldn't say it's straight up orange. It's not at all, but it is such a beautiful shade, especially if you are someone who has medium skin tone and who loves a very good warm toned nude. This is going to be amazing, and honestly it just looks so good every time I wear it. No matter what makeup I'm doing, no matter if I'm doing a very dramatic eye, a very subtle eye look, this just pairs with everything. This is what I have on my lips today. But I do have a lip gloss on top of it, which I'm going to talk about with you guys in a second. But yeah, the shade of this is the shade actually that that I'm getting from this lipstick. The lip gloss is just a topper. So yeah, I really do love this a lot. But I do have to say that the formulation of this is on the drying side. It is quite matte. So if you're someone who doesn't like the feeling of matte lipsticks, I don't think so you're going to like this. But personally, really amazing. I really, really love this a lot. And the price of this was under 300, which I think so it was for $2.99. Really a steal. Honestly, I don't have a shade similar to this. I cannot find anything in my collection with a shade that is similar to this. Definitely check this out. So the last product that I'm going to talk about is this one. This is the Wet n Wild Glassy Gloss Lip Gel. This says lip gel, but it's a gloss, So I really love this. For the packaging, I really love this because it takes me back to my childhood. Remember we used to apply this lip gloss back in the day. I used to have a lot of lip glosses like this in my collection when I was a kid. So I really love this packaging a lot. It just takes me back to the 90s when everything was good, But yeah, I really do like the formulation of this lipstick too, lip gloss too. I'm wearing this lip gloss, as you can see. So I'm not that much of a lip gloss person. I hardly have 2-3 lip glosses, but this is the one I like the most. Now this one I would say isn't very, very light on your lips, although it's not something that is going to make you feel uncomfortable, but it's not a very light lip gloss where you don't feel you have nothing on your lips. It's not like that. It is something that is definitely going to give you that glass skin, effect. As you can see there, it looks super shiny. It looks super, how I would say, super glossy. So yeah, I really do like this for that. It's definitely not a pigmented gloss. On itself, it doesn't have that much of tint to it. It's more like a topper where you have to apply your lipstick first and then go in with this gloss. It leans more on the thicker consistency type, but this stays on really for a very long time, and that is why I really like this. Also, not only that, it just makes your lips look so juicy and so voluminous, and so it just makes everything look so good. Okay, so I really love to pair this with my nude lipsticks. It just makes your makeup to take it to the next level, but it's so inexpensive. I got this for rupees 100, and this has a lot of product in it, and for 100 this kind of lips, why not? So thank you so much for watching. Those are all the products I really loved, and I don't see a lot of people talking about these products, so I just wanted to bring them to you guys. Also, if you guys have any recommendations, any underrated makeup recommendations that are affordable, because we do affordable makeup on this channel here. So yeah, if you guys have any of those recommendations that I did not mention in this video, please leave them in the comments down below so that I can check them out, because I love finding affordable good makeup that that not a lot of many people talk about. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Also, if you are new, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.